We just finished Seeking Sister Wife, season 5, episode 7, and I have to just talk about, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm cranky, but I did not like anyone in this episode. I mean, just not anyone, and it really bothered me. I still enjoy the show. Don't get me wrong. Show, very dramatic, but I was just like, every single person who came across this, apparently the only friends Garrick have are people that work for him or are related to Danielle, because he had his best friend since 5th grade. And then I noticed, I'm like, oh, he's wearing the Merrifield hat. Like, clearly he works for Garrick. And so I'm like, does he have any friends that aren't like financially obligated to not call him an idiot? Because the friends sort of like, gee, this seems intense. And you're like, what you're reading in your head is, you're a blankety blank idiot. And then I for whatever reason, the date that the Salahudins went on with Alexis really bothered me, like, a lot, because here's this gal. I mean, it kind of seemed like maybe she wanted to be on TV. They knew how old she was. He had already spoken to her before. Then they took her on a date just to make fun of her. With in front of TV. And I was like, I don't like you people. Like, because clearly, I don't think the wife is really that into it. But, she seemed to be trying to have a genuine nice time, be polite, have a good time. She spoke very highly of both of them. And they took every chance they could in their interview to be like, she's too young, she's too immature. And then the wife was like, not physically too young, just mentally. And I was like, somehow you both called her old, and like that you found both her personality and her appearance. Like, she didn't look young. You called her old and crusty, and that you didn't like her personality. And I was just kind of like, I do not like you. Before I felt a little sorry for the wife, but now I'm like, whatever. I'm just done with them. And then to have the Ryan family, where Justin's like, well, I'm ready to move on. And I thought, the lady's living with someone else. Like, you don't get to decide that you want to move on. Another person first told you. And then the Davis family, that whole conversation just made me feel icky, because I feel like they're like, it's been 2 weeks. And it's like, I kind of feel like if she wasn't ready in 2 years, 2 weeks doesn't seem like they're really genuinely. And then they're like, they go to a smash room. They smash a bunch of stuff. And they're like, oh, I'm so glad we can leave this behind. And I was like, or you could have a real conversation. Then they went and had this conversation. I don't know. For whatever reason, I think I know why. I didn't like anyone in this episode. I'm not rooting for anyone. I'm rooting for maybe Danielle's Merrifield's sister-in-law seems to be, and her brother and sister-in-law seem to be the sanest people there. I wish they would just. I mean, I know they work for them, so they can't really do this. But there's probably just wishes they'd be like, you guys are idiots. Like, Garrick just keeps talking about God and how God will do this and God will do that and all that. And I'm like, God wants no part of this. This doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I had to vent. Thank you.